isn't it one of those things? Help me understand what we call it. Every generation thinks they're going to do better than their parents did, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of like a standard thing, right?
And we want our kids to do better than us.
Great. Right. Good point. And I think you could certainly make an argument that generations have been getting smarter because of an amazing access to information. You don't have to have the Encyclopedia Britannica at home anymore to find out where Uruguay is, for example.
You've got Google. You've got ChatGPT.
Right.
You've got everything at your fingertips.
So shouldn't we be getting smarter?
No, maybe not.
Well,
maybe we're relying on that stuff too much.
Maybe that's what's at the root of this, but we're finding out that as a nation, we'll start with that. Let's start big. Science, math, and reading scores are down across the board.
The nation's report card measures academic achievement in 12th and 8th graders, and the numbers show a continued decline. In reading, 32% of high school seniors scored below basic, meaning they could not find details in text to help them understand meaning. The average reading score is the lowest since this assessment began in 1992. In math, just 33% of high school seniors were considered academically prepared for college-level math.
It's really interesting.
This is not good news.
Well, I'll just blame parents right now.
Whoa!
Teachers have your kids for a few hours a day, and you get them for the rest of the day. Are you reading with your kids? Are you making your kids read? Are you helping
doing math with them?
Well, I mean, yeah, because what's interesting is we had some dinner last night with a couple of family members, and they're raising a 10-year-old.
Oh boy!
And
it's a full-time job.
The 10-year-old uses a ChatGPT to help explain math.
Should I be impressed or terrified by that?
I think it's good.
Okay.
Because here's the deal. Here's how it works. ChatGPT won't. She's not asking for the answers. The 10-year-old's not asking for answers. No, because Dad's watching.
Oh, okay. I was just yet. Keep going.
Right. How do I do this? How do I get to this? The ChatGPT breaks it down.
He's like shows the work.
Shows the work, and then at the end says, "Would you like me to show you a different way?" And then if you say yes, it'll show you a different way.
10 years old.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm blown away with that. Just off, it's crazy, isn't it?
Listen, my point is there are a lot of people that can help kids.
Sure.
There's AI that can help kids. Your parents, they can help. Teachers are helping. But, again, I'll repeat it until I'm blue in the face. Teachers only have your kids for a certain time.
Yeah.
You have them all weekend. What are you having them do? Your parents, what are you having them do? Are you just going to the water park for 10 days?
Yeah.
Because if they're not reading and they're not practicing, and, hey, did you read that chapter? This is what my mom used to do. Did you read the chapter? If it's like summer. Did you read the chapter? Yes. Explain the chapter to me.
Whoa.
I can't explain it. Go and read it again.
Then you'd have to read it again.
Where are those parents? That's why our test scores are crap.
I think there's a solid argument behind it. Now, here's one of the problems, though. Let's look at Arizona. Oh, good. What's a nice way to put it? As bad as you think the rest is?
Just rip it off.
As bad as you think it is?
Rip off the Band-Aid. Make it fast.
I think it's worse in Arizona. We've always talked about, where does Arizona rank, right? Well, Wallet Hub did a study. They looked at 32 different metrics to come up with educational scores, and we're 48th.
Yeah.
But in our defense, that's out of 51 because they did include the District of Columbia.
There's no real defense.
Does it help with that? No. When you look at certain things, we are really bad.
This is what happens when you don't want to pay teachers. This is what happens when you have thousands of openings in schools for teachers. What more do you expect? There are more kids that are in a classroom. There's more juggling.
We have the state of Arizona has the highest pupil-teacher ratio in the country. It's twice as high as that of states at the other end of the top fives, top 10.
I didn't need to read it. I know that all. I can tell you that in a second.
We also have the nation's highest dropout rate. Well, okay, why?
That's bad. That's something to talk about.
We also tied with Nevada and Oklahoma for dead last in median ACT scores.
Okay.
There's none of it that's good. Let me just say that. How's that? We also are 48th in spending per per
pupil.
pupil spending.
Right. Yeah, and we have a ton of money that's not being put into public schools because we have the ESAs. What do they get? ESAs? They're just, they're
This is
the
becoming
money
a
isn't-
self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yeah, the money
isn't it?
isn't being put into public education.
But I mean, are we literally, if you think about it, and if you look at these numbers, we're going to raise the next generation of kids that are, at least from an education standpoint, dumber than their parents. Do you think some of this goes back to COVID? Because I really think the closing of schools set a generation of kids back. I really believe that because I saw the kids when they were, quote unquote, working, going to school at home, and they weren't going to school.
I saw it from a teacher standpoint.
Yeah.
So it was my wife was trying to teach online, and you had all these different boxes, right, with the kids in it.
Like the faces, you mean,
squares.
it looked like Hollywood Squares or the Brady Bunch.
One kid would be like, "Here's my dog Nellie." Oh, and then the other 30 kids said, "Well, let me go get my dog."
Hold on, I got to show my. Oh, really? That was like the whole thing. So my nephew had the second screen going. He had Xbox on usually the whole time. So he was playing video games the whole time he was, quote, at school.
I would have kept everybody back a grade.
I mean,
I would have had everybody.
I think it's a lost year, and we.
That's
know,
why I would have had people.
Yeah.
If your kid was in second grade during COVID, your kid's in second grade next year.
Yeah, it just doesn't count.
10th grade, okay, you know what?
We didn't get anything.
Here's a do-over.
Well, because we know, and I mean, just with some of the numbers you talked about, what was it, 30-something% are ready for college math, graduating?
I think it was 30% of U.S. students in their last year of high school,
12th graders,
lack basic reading skills. It's the lowest performance in 3 decades.
So you could make the argument, and I've seen this argument been made before by teachers and educators. Once you start falling behind, you'll never catch up again.
It's hard.
Once you're not reading at a grade level, that means every day you're falling farther behind because you don't understand what's being taught.
Yeah.
I mean, and you can make an argument that everybody fell behind during COVID, and we just kept churning along. We just kept passing people. And there's an argument that we shouldn't have passed very many of them.
Do you think we should have held everybody back?
I think it's a heck of an idea.
Yeah. I was saying that during COVID. Keep everybody back 1 year.
Oh, they would.
That first grade classroom, though, would have been gigantic.
There is that. Well, just think of the high school, the football teams, for goodness sakes.
That's a good point,
You'd had some
actually.
monsters playing. All right.
Yeah. I mean, what would you have done with that, actually? That's a pretty interesting point.
Interesting.
Thanks for watching Outspoken with Bruce and Gaydos. Tap to watch more from KTAR News and click the button in the middle to subscribe.